you all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila, by the way. I keep forgetting to mention my name. I don't even think I've ever mentioned my name when recording a video, so that's sort of weird. I just forget every time. So my name is Jamila for those of you watching. And today I'm gonna share with you my beauty favorites. These are things I just love and I tend to rebuy, and they've just been doing really well for me and my makeup routine. So let's get right into the video. So first I'm going to start off with primers. The first one I'm going to talk about is this e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. And this primer, this is the second or third time I've bought it. I really like it because it gives your skin such a smooth base to apply your makeup. And it really has this blurring effect. I love the way it feels. I love the way it applies. And I love how it makes my foundation application smooth and flawless. So I really like this primer. And the next primer is this Can't Stop, Won't Stop primer by NYX. So this is a matte primer that's ideal for oily skin like I have. And I really like it. So I was sort of iffy about it when I first tried it, but it's a very thick product. But when you put it on your face, I put it on and I just pat it, I'll dot. I don't use a large amount. I'll probably use about this much. It's very tacky, but my foundation goes on it very smooth and it does help control my oil. So I definitely like this foundation. And another reason why I like this foundation is because my favorite foundation at the moment is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. And of course they're the same line, so I'm sure that helps them work great together. I use the color Mocha. It's full coverage, it spreads easily. The color, I have it on right now, so the color works really well. And these work great together. They also have a huge range of different colors. It's just a very high quality foundation for a good price. And I'm here for that. I really like this foundation. I have it on right now. And I also used this primer today as well. My next favorite is this Black Radiance BB cream. It has SPF 15 in it. And I use the color Chocolate. I use this on a day-to-day. I don't put foundation on every day, but for going to work or, a chill day and I wanna put something on, I'll use this. I put it on just like I do a moisturizer, and then I do my concealer or powder and I'm good. So I'll actually link down in the description box my everyday routine where I do use this. I really like this BB cream and I think it's $4 or $5. So yeah, I bought this a couple of times. So my next favorite, shouldn't be a surprise, but it's the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. I really like this concealer. In the past, I've had a hard time finding a good concealer, something full coverage, long lasting, that won't smear off. And this does what I need it to do. And it blends really well. I have it on today. I mean, I like it. So what I use is the color Cappuccino. I put that on and then I will follow behind that with Golden just to sort of do a little more highlighting. I'll just put a little bit of Golden on my under eye just to do a little highlighting, and they blend really well. They're great. They're very long lasting, full coverage. And I mean, you can see it right in front of your face. They're really good and affordable, of course. So I love those concealers. So my next one is, I sort of go back and forth with using makeup brushes to apply my foundation and makeup sponges. But lately I've really been liking makeup sponges, and I really like this e.l.f. makeup sponge. So this is the Total Face sponge. I just used it, so that's why it has makeup on it, but I really like this sponge. It's not super firm. I mean, I used it today to apply my makeup and it does a really good job. So in the past, I have used the Beauty Blender and I've used the Real Techniques sponge. And honestly, the Real Techniques sponge is a little firm for my liking, and the Beauty Blender is a little too pricey for my liking. I just don't like the idea of spending $20 on a sponge at the moment. So this is a really good sponge. It is squishy, it's not too firm, and it does a good job, and it really expands. This is a little damp right now, it's gone down, but it really expands when it gets wet, and so it just makes it a lot easier to apply your makeup to your face. All right, so moving on to powders. I love this Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I use the color in 35D. I just feel like this applies so well, and it applies like butter. It goes well with my skin tone. This is my favorite face powder at the moment. I'm almost at the point where I'm going to need to buy another one. It's getting low, and I'm definitely gonna buy another one when it does get low because this powder is so good. So my next powder is this Sasha Buttercup setting powder. Of course, I'm sure you probably heard about this, but it's a yellow powder. And this is actually a Black owned brand, so that's super cool. I like this powder to add on top of my face powder to sort of highlight the areas I put my concealer. So under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. It's not white, so it's very brown girl friendly, and it blends in really well. I'm gonna talk about my contour powder and bronzer powder. For contour, my favorite contour is this NYX Cheek Contour Duo, and it is in Wine and Dine. So it is half blush and half contour color. Very, very flattering for brown skin tones. I have it on right now. I barely put on blush to begin with, so honestly, this part never really gets used. I wish they would just sell a whole palette with the contour color. I would love that, because I sort of waste half of my money, but it's an affordable product, so I don't mind. If you tried other contour powders, you know that some of them are just a little too gray and they make you a little too casket ready. Like, it's not very brightening to your face. It doesn't really give you that glow and that warmth. But this doesn't give me too much warmth because it's not, I want to call it a bronzer. It's definitely a contour color, but it is flattering to my brown skin tone, and it doesn't make me look gray. So it's very complimenting, and it really does a good job of helping me shade my face in the places I want to be shaded, and it goes on really well. So yeah, this is a really good contour color for any of you brown girls out there looking for an affordable contour color, or just a good contour color to use, because there aren't many out there for brown girls. My go-to bronzer is this Milani pressed powder in Earth Glow. So this is a lot warmer. It's going to add more of a bronze to your face, of course, because I use it as a bronzer. It's not called a bronzer, but it's a bronzer for me. It gives a lot of warmth to your face and just gives you a nice glow. I have this on as well. I put it on top of this contour color. And so I'm gonna compare the two. Oh, and this smells like baby powder. It smells good. It smells exactly like baby powder. This doesn't really smell like anything, but you can tell the difference in the colors. And they're both really good colors for my skin tone. So one is a little more brown and one is a little more, sort of has like a reddish tone to it. It doesn't make me look super red though. And I have both of these on right now. I put this one on first and I put this one on top of those areas that I applied my contour. And I mean, I just love the shape and the glow that I have on my face. It is extremely pigmented, and I want to mention that a little goes a long way. So I literally just slightly, I build the product to my liking. I'll just dab my brush in there and I tap it off, because like this is very, very pigmented and you don't want to walk around looking like a Oompa Loompa. So yes, this Milani pressed powder in Earth Glow is a really good bronzer for us black girls. So for highlighters, I have had a hard time finding a good highlight for my skin tone. I really like this Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette, and this is by Juvia's Place. And honestly and truly, because I don't use blush a lot, I don't really use these 4 colors much, but I really like these 2 highlighting colors. They're not too bright and they don't make my skin look ashy. I've had that problem in the past with other highlighters. This one is a little more brown and this one is a little more golden. So this is the one that's a little more brown and this is the one that's a little more golden, and sometimes I'll even mix the two. They both are very complementary to my skin tone, and they are my favorite highlighters. My next favorite is this Milani Make It Last setting powder. I really like this setting powder. My next favorite is this Milani Make It Last setting spray. I like this because it does a good job of melting my skin together. One thing I wish that they would do is give this a different like sprayer, because most of the time this sprays very misty and evenly on my face, but sometimes it'll come out and spray like with drops of water, so you'll get like splatters on your face. But that doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen sometimes. So this is my second or third time buying this, and I'm definitely gonna buy it again. It's a really good setting spray. All right, so my next favorite is this NYX Butter Gloss in the color Maybelline. I use this so much. I don't have it on today, but if you watch probably any of my other videos where it looks like I have a nude lip on, I put like different things on my lips, but I'll always, pretty much always top it off with this gloss. It just is so nice for brown skin, especially if you're doing a nude lip and you want to add some shine to it, and it smells nice. I buy this so much. Like, this is my go-to tinted gloss out there. Very, very complimentary to my skin tone. All right, so I'm down to my last two products. My next one is this e.l.f. Intense Ink eyeliner. I really like this because it has this felt tip and it's really long and very pointy on the end. And so it's really good for when I want to do a thick liner, like a thick wing line or just a thick liner. But also sometimes, like today, I just did a very thin line, extremely thin, and I'll just press this against my lash line very gently, and it leaves such a nice, precise line on my lids. And I think this is a really good brush for beginners who are trying to practice your wing liner. Yeah, I really like this liner. It's good for doing a thick line. It's very good for doing a small line, a very thin line. I think it's also beginner friendly, so I'm really into this e.l.f. liner. All right, so I'm down to the last favorites, and this is an eyeshadow that I really like. This is the Expert Wear eyeshadow, and this is in Mocha. It's called Made for Mocha, and it's a very, very deep dark brown color. And I use this for any time I want to add depth to my eyes. I'll use this in place of a black eyeshadow because sometimes black can just be a little too much. This is a very intense color that will add that depth that you're trying to get from black shadow. And it's actually shattered right now. I need to fix that, but I'm gonna swatch it for you. Yeah, so you can tell this is very dark, but I feel like it's less intimidating than black eyeshadow is. This color is really good to give you that depth, but to not do too much like a black eyeshadow could. All right, you guys, so I lied. I have one more product to share with you guys. These are my favorite makeup remover wipes to get, and they're the generic Up and Up Target brand. So these ones are the Cleansing Towelettes Evening Calm. So it comes in 25 towelettes and it's about $2.99, and it doesn't irritate my skin. I don't know if any of you guys have tried makeup wipes that irritate your skin. I have. And I mean, this one I feel like is the best one. Like, I always try to get these. Yeah, they do the job well without irritating my skin and for an appropriate price. If you're looking for a good makeup removing wipe, check these out. All right, you guys, so those are my favorite beauty products as of now. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have all these products linked down below. If you have any questions or comments, or you like this video, leave a comment down below and give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well. And subscribe for more. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.